On the night of September 7th into the 8th, nearly 6.2 billion people, or about 77% of the world's population, will have a chance to witness a total lunar eclipse, often called a blood moon. During the celestial event, the moon will glide through Earth's shadow, taking on a mesmerizing deep red hue that has fascinated sky watchers for centuries. What makes this eclipse particularly special is its duration. The total phase will last around 1 hour and 22 minutes, longer than the eclipse occurred on March 14th earlier this year. A total lunar eclipse is one of the most breathtaking celestial events visible to the naked eye. Unlike a solar eclipse, which requires special glasses, anyone with a clear sky can witness a lunar eclipse without any protective gear. This event occurs when Earth moves directly between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow on the lunar surface. But why does the moon turn red? What exactly happens to the moon during this event? Let's explore these questions and more. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for regular space updates. A total lunar eclipse happens when the moon passes completely into the Earth's umbra, the darkest part of its shadow. Since the moon orbits the Earth and the Earth orbits the sun, their positions occasionally align in such a way that the Earth blocks direct sunlight from reaching the moon. This alignment occurs only during a full moon when the sun, Earth, and moon are in a straight line. Lunar eclipses don't happen every full moon because the moon's orbit is slightly tilted relative to the Earth's orbit around the sun. This means that most of the time the moon either passes slightly above or below the Earth's shadow. However, when the alignment is just right, a total lunar eclipse occurs. Unlike a solar eclipse, which can only be seen from a specific part of the world, a total lunar eclipse is visible from anywhere on Earth where the moon is above the horizon at the time, which makes it much easier to witness. One of the most fascinating aspects of a total lunar eclipse is the deep red or coppery color the moon takes on, often called a blood moon. This phenomenon occurs due to a process known as Rayleigh scattering and atmospheric refraction. When sunlight passes through Earth's atmosphere, shorter, bluer wavelengths are scattered in all directions, just like during sunrise and sunset. However, the longer wavelengths, mainly red and orange, are bent by Earth's atmosphere and refracted into the umbra. This filtered light then illuminates the moon, giving it a reddish hue. The exact shade of red varies depending on the amount of dust, pollution, or volcanic ash in Earth's atmosphere at the time. If there are many particles in the air, the moon can appear dark red or even brown. If the atmosphere is clear, the moon might appear bright orange. If you're standing on the moon during a total lunar eclipse, you would witness an incredible sight. Instead of seeing a dark sky, you would observe a deep red Earth surrounded by a glowing ring of orange and red light. This is all the sunrises and sunsets happening at once on Earth projected around its edges. The entire event would unfold over several hours with the sun slowly disappearing behind Earth and then emerging again. Since the Earth is blocking direct sunlight, the temperature on the lunar surface would drop dramatically. Without an atmosphere to retain heat, the moon's surface can quickly go from extremely hot, over 220 degrees Fahrenheit in direct sunlight, to bitterly cold, minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit or lower in the shadow. This drastic shift can create tiny cracks on the lunar surface as rocks expand and contract due to temperature changes. According to the Universal Time Coordinate, or UTC, the upcoming lunar eclipse will occur on September 7th. If you're based in India, China, Russia, Western Australia, East Africa, and the region surrounding Central Asia, you'll get to see the whole eclipse. It isn't visible in North America. Viewers in the UK and Western Europe can catch a bit of totality as the moon rises. The penumbral eclipse will begin at 1528 UTC on September 7th. Earth's penumbra is the outer part of the shadow. During this phase, the moon enters Earth's penumbra, causing a subtle dimming that is often difficult to notice with the naked eye. The partial eclipse will begin at 1627 UTC when the moon starts moving into Earth's darker inner shadow, the umbra, At this stage, it will appear as if a bite is being taken out of the lunar disk with a shadowed region looking significantly darker. The most dramatic phase, totality, begins at 1730 UTC. At this moment, the entire moon is engulfed in Earth's umbra, glowing in an eerie copper-red hue due to sunlight refracted through Earth's atmosphere. This breathtaking spectacle will last for an impressive 82 minutes until 1852 UTC. Using binoculars or a telescope will enhance the view, and for those interested in photographing the event, a camera on a tripod with long exposures of several seconds is recommended. As the moon begins to emerge from the umbra, the red hue fades and the bite effect appears on the opposite side. The partial eclipse will conclude at 1956 UTC, leaving the moon fully within Earth's penumbra's shadow once again. However, just like at the beginning, this dimming is subtle. Finally, the eclipse will end entirely at 2055 UTC, bringing the spectacular celestial show to a close. Sky watchers across Asia and Western Australia will get the best view of the September 7th total lunar eclipse from start to finish, but those in Europe, Africa, Eastern Australia, and New Zealand may still catch a glimpse of the moon during some of the eclipse phases, including totality. According to Time and Date, a staggering 7 billion people, or 88% of the world's population, will have a chance to witness at least some part of the celestial event, and 6.2 billion will see the total phase. This eclipse occurs just 2.7 days before perigee, when the moon is closest to Earth, making it slightly larger than usual, but not quite a supermoon. Still, it's a deep total eclipse with over a third of the moon's diameter passing through Earth's dark umbra, giving it a rich reddish glow. And keep an eye out for that bright object near the moon during the eclipse. It's Saturn, shining at its best. It reaches opposition on September 21st, so now is a great time to spot it with a naked eye or through a telescope. The very next night, September 8th, Saturn will appear even closer to the moon in a striking conjunction. If you look at it through a telescope, it will appear almost ringless, as its rings are currently edged on from our perspective. This lunar eclipse will be followed by a partial solar eclipse on September 21st, visible from parts of Antarctica, Australia, and New Zealand. It will be the final eclipse of the year. Also, don't miss what's coming next. The last 3 full moons of 2025 will all be supermoons, with the November 5th full moon being the largest and brightest of the year. So, happy sky gazing. And before you go, make sure to watch our recent episode on the first images revealed by the largest digital camera ever built to the heart of the Vera Rubin Observatory. It's a visual journey you won't want to miss.